Boom! What's up, you guys? Byron Rogers here, and I'm just sitting here chilling and getting ready to make a video, waiting for some people to pop on and make sure everyone can hear me. Hope wherever you are right now, if you're watching this, if you're getting on this video here, hey, can you guys hear me? Someone let me know if you can hear me. Just type in the little chat box there. Boom! Got a thumbs up. I think that means they can hear me. Okay. So, what's up, Nick? Good to see you, man. Boom, you guys got me on audio. You guys can hear me? Flat out. All right, sweet. Today, I guess what's on my heart is starting new journeys. I got a lot of my friends that are starting new journeys. Okay, Nick can hear me. Boom. And I don't know if it's just a time of the year, the season, where we're all at in our lives and the cycles of our lives, but there's so much to be said for new journeys, or even to maintain and sustain your journeys, like where you're at and where you're going to be going to. Like this whole entire thing, maybe it's, the combat mindset I have from being a Marine, but it's a battle. It's all a battle to me. That's how I look at it. It's combat mindset stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Trayvon? Good to see you, man. Caleb. I seriously, spring cleaning the soul. Caleb, yeah, no, I see that. Maybe that's what it is. For me, the two things I want to leave you with is the main things is practicing positivity, but maintaining motivation. You've got to understand how to maintain your motivation over the long haul. What's up, D? What's going to happen is you're just naturally going to go through these phases. In the beginning, people call it the honeymoon stage. Some people call it the blazing ignorance stage. But whatever it is, you're going to go through a phase in the beginning where it's kind of easy and you're enjoying what you're doing. No matter what it is. And, I forget the school of thought this comes from. This isn't my stuff, but I'm just going to touch on it a little bit. And it's really called unconscious incompetence. And it's one of the phases when you begin doing something where you're trying, and maybe it is or isn't working out, but you don't know why. You're doing the best you can. And you're getting results or you're not getting results and you're not sure exactly why or what's working, and then you work on that, you work hard, and you get to the next phase and you start to understand what you're doing and how you're getting your results. You start to become more consciously, what's going on, Trey? What's going on, Derek? You become more consciously competent, I know what I need to do. And I'm learning how to implement it. I'm learning how to do it right. And then, the next phase you run into, and I might be leaving one of the phases out here, is you become, you're unconsciously incompetent. And then you become consciously competent where you know what you're doing and you need to do it. And then when you're able to actually really do it easily, you're unconsciously competent, and that's when you've really mastered whatever it is you're going through. Well, this phase, this 3 or 4 phase thing that happens when you're starting a new journey and learning to master something or really learning to become something or someone, this is the type of journey, what we're really doing here is working on a way of life, you know what I mean? I think in our society, we look for quick results, and that you can get quick results when it comes to some things. But if you're starting something new, like a new business, a new relationship, a new, really anything, or it's just spring cleaning time, one thing I want you to start to implement is really learning how to practice your positivity and maintain your own motivation. How do you do that? You've got to learn how to get yourself into positive mental states on command. There's a bunch of stuff out there like NLP that can help you access positive states on command. I'm going to move into some of that stuff in a little later, but right now what I want you to talk, what I really want to implement is if you're starting something new, do not think of it as anything that's going to be instantaneously or in any quick way gratifying. Be in it for the long haul, man. Try something for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Decide from the beginning that you're in this to win the long game, if that's what it comes down to. Because as human beings, we don't get what we want, man. Could you imagine if you got everything you wanted? Could you imagine right now if everything you ever wanted came true? Think about the things that came true that you wanted that you're like, yeah, I wanted this, and now here it is, and you're like, oh man, we don't get what we want, and that's wisdom. That's grace to us, actually. We get what's in alignment with who we are. So if you're starting a new endeavor, the whole entire the thing that's going to have to happen is you're going to have to become a new person. Like, you can have more in life, but you have to become more in life, right? So, like, you're going to have to become the person who deserves this. How long did it take you to become the person you are today that has gotten you the results you've gotten? Same way you climb a mountain, decision by decision by decision by decision, moment by moment by moment by moment. So where you want to go is the same thing. It's going to be decision by decision by decision by decision, moment by moment by moment by moment. And the beauty of that is, through that struggle and through that fight, like, you know, everyone uses the little caterpillar, but it's awesome. It's perfect. It's because, you know, that fight of getting out of the cocoon is exactly what pumps the blood through the caterpillar's wings, giving it the strength to actually even fly. If you open the cocoon before the caterpillar gets out, what happens? The caterpillar falls to the ground and is just a bug now that can't fly because it lacked the struggle. So what you have to, like, really appreciate about life and processes and things that you want to do with your life and things that you want to step into is you have to really appreciate the principles of this world, which are seed, time, harvest. Everyone plants seeds. Everyone dies through the time. Seed, that's when everyone's like, yeah, I'm going to do this. Time, that's Death Valley, man. If you can't maintain your motivation, if you don't know how to practice positivity, if you don't know how to till and pull the weeds, the negative weeds that people try to put in your garden, the negative weeds that the media is trying to sell you fear every day, the negative weeds of just the self-doubt and the voices in your head, you know, from previous programs that have been put in you by society and maybe by your parents even, you know, like, you've got to be deliberate about your thought life. So, you know, how does this become practical? You must have a daily rituals set up to strengthen the muscles that you need internally, psychologically, and then that'll translate into your emotionality, your emotional parts of your being, to help drive you on this journey. You have got to find mediums and modes of information that are empowering. Whether it's what I'm giving you here, but you need more than that. Like, just like you go to the gym and you work an hour on your physical body, just like you go, you know, you do things that are important to you. You know self-care is important, so you sit down and maybe you watch an hour or two of TV a night. Like, you take time for yourself, or you know you need to make money. You're diligent about these things in your life that really matter to you. I need you, if you're going to make it through this journey, I genuinely believe that it is so important that you learn to be very deliberate about taking the time needed every single day to encourage yourself. Listen to something that's encouraging, listen to something that's motivating, listen to something that's instructive about the goal you want to achieve. If you cultivate that little flame, that little individual spark of creativity, power, passion, if you cultivate it and you protect it and you take care of it and you deliberately focus on the negative, take the negative thoughts that people try and, like, throw on you, and take those negative thoughts, get rid of them. You guard the garden of your mind and you keep feeding it with positivity, inspiration, motivation. Then that spark of creativity, power, passion, whatever it is that you're starting on this new journey, will one day turn into a flame that you can set your entire world on fire with. That's the game, that's the goal. But I think the most important thing is being able to cultivate the environment, as in cultivate the garden of your mind, cultivate the heart, the environment of your life and of your mind, of your being, so that you can embody and manifest what it is that God sent you here to manifest on this planet, and do what it is that's really in your heart. You've got to protect your positivity, and you've got to maintain that motivation, and it's going to come from your daily habits and rituals. So, like, for me, you know, I work out, it gets in my body that I can, it makes me feel strong. I've got a list of over 100 different motivational speakers on a playlist on YouTube. I listen to that, like, almost daily. I'm always, like, literally the term brainwashing is stigmatized, but, like, I'm washing my brain of negativity and consciously and deliberately implementing positivity and empowerment into my mind daily. So, that is what I've got for you guys today. If you're thinking about starting something new, think about starting new rituals that are gonna empower you to win the long game. Don't start anything new, but leave your environment, your climate of your life exactly the same. Start something new, start new rituals to motivate yourself. That's what I got for you guys today. Got some comments over here. Evening, Byron, looking forward to this. Always wonderful. Brian and D, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all the support. Love you guys. Let's get it, B. Trayvon, boom. That's my man right there. Derek, good to see you on here. Self-motivation. Learn to love, trust yourself. Truth, son. Boom. That's exactly what that is, man. It really, the journey is learning. You have to learn. Really, you have to become somebody else. You know, you can take $1 million from a millionaire and he can recreate it. Why? Because it's based on the law of his being. You know what I mean? Once you have something in your being, you can create it, because we're created by a creator. So creation is just the byproduct of being a human being. Everything is creation. Indecision is decision. So that's what I got for you guys. Love you guys. Subscribe, share, and we'll talk again soon. I'm out.